big-time implications for the rest of the season, as we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Noles will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So Wake Forest's return team didn't help matters out much there. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Second down coming up.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Blackman. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
He makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And more yards after contact. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Blackman. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. Like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Power football with the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Quarterback will audible. They'll try to get outside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
1st down, 10 yards to go. To throw, it's Balkinson. They're trying to get to it. Gets open down the middle. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Hard running there. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Brings up second down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Back to throw, it's Blackman. He's got his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Akron is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Hawaii. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hey, bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The option look. The pitch. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Balkinson. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again.
Kicking team.
So the offense picks up 15 yards after an egregious blunder on special teams. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the senior would love to have that one back, just a little too much on the pass.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's Youngblood. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man in the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, David Deacon.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner is stopped. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He leaves it with the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Balkinson. Pocket starts to collapse. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Wide receiver shows motion. Gets it out quickly. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
Brings up 3rd down.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And that's what... They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in 3rd and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. And with those faster guys, they're going to blitz, and they're going to match speed with speed. It's a nice way to combat the mobile ability this quarterback has. Now setting up 4th down.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Tolzien. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. On the option. He'll toss it. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, no! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Wake Forest, 13.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Robbins. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Blackman. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He makes the connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Demon Deacons will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Seminole.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the 2nd half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Troy has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 18 over Southern Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Blackman. Trying to beat the DD. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
On the move. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you. So you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Motion from the offense. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. The Noles pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yards.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. That is no good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking downfield, it's Blackman. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. On the return, it's Singletary. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll line up for a second down play. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to pass, it's Blackman. It's on target and complete. Knocked down for the tackle.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Off the play fake. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. They'll put the tight end in motion. To the ground to try to move the chains. Across the 25. He's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Buys a little extra time. Smashes through. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Blackman. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. To the ground with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Tolzien. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. He's going to run it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you could score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out. They'll decline the penalty. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on a board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on it a little bit.
Yeah, and just break that extra tackle, you know, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
And the Demon Deacons racing to the line in the hurry-up. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Touchdown, Demon Deeks! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And you got to love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tolzien. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back. closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Finds his target down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Noles will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Dropping back, it's Blackman. He's right on target. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Yeah, when you get in the 2-minute drill, we don't got to get it all at once. Still got time on the clock. Got to get these 1st downs. Use the stoppage of the clock to your advantage.
Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. After the 1st down completion, it's 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Using the quick game. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. He's going to pass. It's complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time. We got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
He's going to fire deep. Got it inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a man. It's Blackman. Unleashes to the end zone. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for space to the left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the two-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait till a later point. It's go time. What's your two-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
Grabs behind the line. It's Youngblood. He will be stopped short of the goal line. They needed the 2 to tie, and the defense able to make the late stop. 30 seconds left on the clock, and their last gasp will come down to getting this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right